So my name's Andrea and I facilitate the North Melbourne My Time Parent Support Group.
My name is Leanne Brook and I'm the facilitator for the My Time group, the Hume Indigenous My Time group.
My name's Debbie Britton and I'm the facilitator for the Wallen group as well as Seymour group.
The My Time groups are made up of parents and carers who have a child with a disability or a chronic medical condition or a global developmental delay.
There's a Aboriginal community group that meets here in Hume every Monday called Wandara, and I was already working with several of the families that come, helping them to link them into services. You know, some of the parents were saying it would be good to have a specific group, you know, for them to get together and have a yarn and meet and talk about, you know, what they're going through and to support each other. And I just happened to bump into someone from Playgroup Victoria, and I was telling her about all these wonderful families I was working with, and she told me about My Time. And so, you know, I came back and I spoke to some of the community members and we said, let's start one up. And that's how it came about.
The parents come along to the group, and at the same time the children are involved in activities that are organised by a play helper.
They actually talk about being mums, but also what My Time actually does for them. It actually gives them that time where they could be talking about themselves and not only their children. They don't only feel like mums, they actually feel that they're important.
We have children, you know, with a whole range of disabilities or chronic illnesses. We have, you know, children with autism. We have a child cerebral palsy, you know, several with intellectual disabilities. Or developmental delay. You know, we also have, you know, children who have a combination of a physical disability or an intellectual disability, you know, with, you know, emotional or behavioural issues as well.
One of the features of the My Time program is that the groups themselves actually get to decide what their interests and what their needs are. So it's actually directed by the parents and the carers themselves.
The parents are very, very different. The parents at Wallen actually like to be, they like to talk a little bit more. They like to not have so many people come in, whereas my Seymour group like to have a lot of pampering.
We have you know, a range of different people. We have grandparents who are looking after, you know, grandchildren with a disability or chronic illness. We have parents, siblings.
They're also interested in finding out about information and services in their community that can help their child and can also support them in their role as a carer. And so, yeah, I'm able to assist them with that, finding out that information. So it can be quite educational and practical as well. And so that might just be linking in with particular services that are in their area. So it may be early interventions services. It might be with particular therapists, so speech therapists, occupational therapists. Also programs that organisations run which support their children.
We decide as a group what we like to do and what we hope to achieve. One of the initiatives, we've got a school holiday program which the My Time group was heavily involved in organising. That's a program for Aboriginal children with a disability, and they get to bring a sibling along. And you know, the unique thing about that program is that it has a very strong cultural component and focus, and it's about strengthening the identity of the children, strengthening their connection to community and to their culture. We have elders that come along to the My Time group to sit down and have a yarn with them and see them, you know, sharing stories about their life with the other members and with the children that come along as well. I mean, you know, that's wonderful for all of us.
So that might be sharing stories about their child and the journey in raising a child with a disability or medical condition, or a story about, you know, the family or something that's happening at work or out in the community. And I think that sharing those stories in this sort of environment with other carers and other parents really just provides a space where they can just have their story heard in a very non-judgmental way. So being a part of a My Time group is being able to have just a little bit of time out for you as a parent or carer. Coming along to group is a place where you can come where you can just be yourself, and maybe you can have some of your needs met rather than of the focus often being on the child and the family and everything else going on. And even if that just means that, you know, you get to sit down and somebody else gets to make you a cuppa, you know, for that morning. Yeah, so if someone would like to become involved in a My Time group, probably the best thing to do is look up on the My Time website, and that website lists all of the localities of where you can find the groups, and there's also the facilitator's name and telephone number, so it's fairly easy to get in contact with somebody.